I'm so sorry I didn't post this weekend. I was actually at a wedding. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Is there anything I want to say? No, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. You blew onto your hands to warm them up. You were cold out of nervousness. He wanted to go on a date out of the blue. You just wore a different outfit and prayed to the game gods that they wouldn't bamboozle you. As soon as you entered the cafe, Rengoku quickly noticed you and waved his hand to tell you where he was. You soon noticed him and approached him. "Oh, you look beautiful. I expected you to dress warmly since it's cold outside," he says. You soon sat down. "But you told me to dress up nicely," you commented. "Yeah, nicely clothes for your comfort, or clothes that will warm you up since it's quite cold," he replied with a smile. "But you told me it was a date," you spoke out, your voice slowly becoming quiet. "Yes, a date is something friends do, right? It means to hang out, right?" he asks with a confused expression. "I can read the clown music," you thought. "Why did you hang up so fast then? You didn't properly explain anything to me," you asked. "Oh, my SIM card was about to run out of load, and I only had my limit budget since I was gonna cover all of the expenses for the school festival," he simply replied. "It's fucking official. I am a clown," you thought as you mentally facepalmed. And anyways, let's move on with planning the event. I have an idea," he replied. "Sure, go ahead and tell me. Oh, wait. What I ordered is here," he says, and headed at the cashier to get his drinks. You watched him go. As he was going back, you noticed a slice of instant favorite cake here on a tray. You quickly got a little excited when Goku placed the tray on your table. He handed you the slice of cake and some hot chocolate. He only had black coffee that was dark as fuck. "What the heck is wrong with your coffee? Why is it extra dark?" you asked. "Oh, it's 6 cups of espresso," he replies as if it was normal. You looked at him with nothing but concern and slight fear. "Do you want to taste it? It tastes good," he suggests. You slowly nodded. He hands you the black coffee that was darker than the pits of hell. You took a small sip and instantly regretted it. He let out a small chuckle at your disgusted face. "It felt like I was drinking the Dead Sea," you commented. "Really? But it tastes good, though." You rolled your eyes at his statement. "Is the cake to your liking?" "I don't know what you liked and only asked the cashier what their best seller was," he asks. "Don't even worry about it. It's perfect. Thank you," you told him with a smile. "Well then, back to what you were saying. You had a suggestion," he says. You took a bite of the cake. "Of course, I was saying we should have a cross-dressing contest. Each class would have a representative, could be 2 people or 1. I haven't thought about the price, though," you spoke out. He let out a small laugh. "That seems like a fun idea. How about in each class everyone puts their name inside a box, and whoever gets chosen will be the representative," he suggested. "Ooh, that's also a good idea." You nodded in agreement in his oh my god, suggestion and took a bite of your cake, not noticing that the icing was on the left of your lips. Rengoku noticed and slowly got closer to you and held his hand out. You raised an eyebrow and was about to ask if there was something wrong, but his thumb already came in contact with the corner of your lip. He wiped off the icing. "I apologize. There was some icing left on the corner of your lips," he says, and licked the icing. "This tastes good," he mumbled. "Thanks, but you could have just told me and I would have wiped it off," you chuckled. He only let out a small chuckle. Both of you talked about the school festival and planned on how everything would turn out. Now he was walking you home. He let out a loud laugh. That really happened? He asked. Yeah, I'm not even joking. You told him. Both of you were having a great time conversating. And we're here, you spoke out. Thank you for walking me home, you added. There's no need to thank me, Yin, he replied. Yin Rengoku? Someone spoke out. Both of you turned to where the voice came from. Speak of the devil. We were just talking about you, you commented. Are both of you dating? Sanemi asked. No, you simply replied. Rengoku lets out a small laugh. I didn't think you would have dirty thoughts over me massaging her, he commented. Sanemi grew flustered quickly. You fucking told him? Why should I have not, though? You replied while raising an eyebrow. He didn't reply and only glared at you. Why are you here? Do you live here? Rengoku asks. Sadly, I live next to this monstrosity. You rolled your eyes. Fuck you. Don't tell anyone, Sanemi told Rengoku. My lips are sealed. Well then, it's time for me to go, Yin. He turned to you, and you nodded. All right, thank you. Be careful on your way home. He nodded, and soon walked away. Sanemi quickly walked up to you. Why the fuck did you tell him? He yelled. Well, we were having a conversation, and we were talking about funny stuff. You would know if you had friends. You didn't have to tell him that. I hope your socks get wet, he threatened. You let out a small gasp. How dare you? That is the worst possible thing you could have wished upon someone, you yelled. He growled. You looked at him with disgust. Why the fuck are you growling? Are you a dog? Bad dog, sit down, you replied. I'm not a dog, but I'll fucking bite you if you don't stop telling people that I misunderstood that fucking massage, he yelled. Bite me. I don't kink shame, but what the fuck, you shouted. I didn't mean it literally, you dumbass, he shouted back. Damn it, you shitty couple people are sleeping here. Just get your love quarrel over with, a neighbor yelled. We are not a couple. Time skip. Another day of suffering. You were at school, and you sure as hell weren't ready for the responsibilities as vice president. You let out a small sigh. You also weren't ready for some pomperant bitches that are shaming you because of Miyuku. Did you hear that the friends of Miyuku, you know, those males who she's always with? They were hospitalized. The student wouldn't utter a word on who hurt them. Creepy, right? A student gossiped to her friend. It sent shivers down your spine. Who could have done such a thing? Suddenly someone called out, Yin! Inosuke called out. You flinched. Gosh darn it, Inosuke, you scared me. You let out a small chuckle. What took you so long to get here? We were waiting for you for a long time. Sorry, I overslept, you replied. But is it true that the students from Class B were hospitalized? You know, those group of guys that always hang out with Miyuku, you added. I've only heard that now, so I'm not quite sure, Sainzu lied. Oh. Inosuke went quiet. They probably just ran up to the wrong person, Yen, Tanjiro replied. Probably. There are some gangs active at night, which is scary, you mumbled. Everyone from the group were hospitalized. I don't remember beating the shit out of them. The three of them thought. Ooh. I let out a small grunt. This fucking zipper, I mumbled. I was trying on a dress that Sabito recommended. Of course, I agreed, but this bitch of a zipper wouldn't come up. Are you okay? Sabito asked. Yeah, this zipper is just stubborn as fuck, I replied. I tried everything. It felt even more tiring than yoga. I let out a grunt of frustration. Sabito, come in here and just pull this zipper. I let out a small sigh. I don't think I should. I cut him off. Please! You spoke out and opened the curtains. He slowly came inside the room. I turned my back to him. He pulled the zipper up, and I soon turned to him. So, what do you think? I asked, but he didn't reply, and looked at me from top to bottom. He then got closer and closer. Sabito? I spoke out, not knowing what the fuck he was going to do next. We were just planning on buying supplies for the festival. But how the fuck did this happen? You'll have to find out in the next chapter, which is like in 2 seconds. Chapter 22. Today was the weekend, and you were tasked with buying the supplies for the poster. You let out a small sigh. It was very awkward since Sabito was here next to you. So, are you buying supplies for your classroom? You asked. Sabito nodded. Yeah, we would do a haunted house, you replied. Oh, you replied, and soon it was awkward. Let's go? He asked. You nodded. Both of you walked inside the mall. Soon, a notification pops up on his phone. His eyes widened. How could I forget? He mumbled. You raised an eyebrow. What is it? He turned to you. Is it fine if I also buy a dress? It's a gift for Makimo's birthday, he replied. You nodded. Yeah, that's fine. He then looked at you from top to bottom. Can you be my model? He suddenly spoke out. You're what? You said in disbelief. You look like you have the same size as Makimo, so he added. Oh, sure, you stuttered. He gives you a small smile. But we should buy the supplies for the festival first. You nodded. Oh, you added, and he nodded. Time skip. Rengoku said that we would meet at his house. You were cut off by Miyuku. Both you and Sabito were about to go to the clothing store. Both of you were talking well until Miyuku showed up. Dear game gods, please give me patience not to slap this bitch. You thought, Sabito! She shouted and started waving her hands. She was running up to you both with a cup of ice cold in her hand. What do you guys do? She was cut off as she trips, and her iced coffee all went to you. You let out a small yelp. Sabito quickly took off his jacket and gave it to you, not giving a simple fuck that Miyuku just tripped. You hear her gasp. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to, she says. You looked at her, and you could swear you saw her smirk. It's fine, you replied, trying to keep your patience. You should change, Yin, Sabito suggested. You refused. Miyuku wanted alone time with Sabito. There's no way in hell you're giving it to her. Don't worry about it. Let's just go. You spoke out. You could easily tell she was satisfied. I hope you choke on your own spit, you thought. Miyuku quickly clung to Sabito. I never thought I'd see you here. What are you guys doing here? You could have invited me. She pouted. We're not close, and it's also none of your business, Sabito replied as he slowly pushes her away. Come on, don't be so cold, Miyuku added. Miyuku, can you stop? He's not interested. Both of us are tired from walking around all day in this mall. It was nice meeting you here, but we have to go, you told her. You grabbed Sabito's arm and started walking away from her. Thanks. She makes me uncomfortable, he whispered in your ear. Meanwhile, Miyuku wasn't taking it so lightly. She clenched her fists. Why is it always her? Why won't he look at me? I'm the main character of this story, she thought. Yen, I guess rumors aren't enough to drag you down. Both of you had finished buying all the supplies. Now, Sabito was giving you a few dresses to try on. You let out a small sigh. You lost count of how many dresses you had tried on. The only thing you wanted was to go home and sleep. You opened the curtains, revealing you had a cute dress. This dress is actually pretty cute. I think she'd like it, you commented. Then I'll buy that dress. Oh, right, here's the last dress you'll try on, he says, and hands you a crimson red dress. It looked a little tight, and there was a zipper in the back. It was a simple and formal dress. Finally, it's the last one. I can go home now, you thought. You nodded, and soon closed the curtains and started changing. You let out a small grunt. This fucking zipper, you mumbled. The back of the zipper of the dress won't close, and it was starting to annoy you. Are you okay? Sabito asked. Yeah, this zipper is just stubborn as fuck, he replied. You soon gave up trying. Sabito, come in here and just pull this zipper. You let out a small sigh. I don't think I should. You cut him off. Please. You desperately wanted to get the zipper to go up. You opened the curtains. He slowly came inside the room. You turned your back on him. He pulled the zipper up. You soon turned to him. So, what do you think? You asked, but he didn't reply and looked at you from top to bottom. He then got closer and closer. Sabito? You spoke out, not knowing what he's going to do next. You started contemplating whatever you should push him away, but at the same time, the moment you assumed something, it would be always the opposite, like what happened with Rengoku. You soon felt his fingers brush your hair. Turns out, he only fixed your hair. Yikes. You look great. Oh, you look good, Yin, he commented. Thanks, you replied. You didn't exactly lie. You look stunning in that dress. It hugged your body nicely. Are you buying 2 dresses for Makimo? You asked. No, it's for you, he replied. Your eyes widened. What? There's no need to. Shoot. My phone decided to break. Oh, he cuts you off. No, I insist. Thank you. Of it as a thanks for helping me, he replied. Well, free clothes, I guess, you thought. Time skip. Is this all of it? Shinobu asks. You nodded. That's all of it, you replied. Today you, Shinobu, Giyu, Sanemi, Senjiro, and of you, of course. And of course, Rengoku are at Rengoku's house. Today was a day that you could create a poster along with them. Are you sure I should be the model for this kimono? You asked. You were a kimono. You were their theme model, along with Rengoku. You're the vice president. Besides, the other model is Rengoku, Sanmi replied. That's tonguing him. What's taking him so long? He added. Do you have any scissors? Gyu asks, insistent of asking, looking for it. Tokia-san, Shinobu says with a smile. Gyu didn't reply. Ugh. I think my brother has one, Senjiro says. Never mind. I'll go ask him then, he replied, and started heading up the stairs to his room. Their house was old-fashioned, so it took you some time to find out where. Hey, Rengoku? You spoke out and slid open the door. Do you have any You were cut off of the sight of him changing. Ian, he spoke out as he noticed your presence. This part of this this is a special for Valentine's Day. I know it's not Valentine's Day, and it's so far from Valentine's Day. There is a little warning. Does get disgusting. But anyways, Valentine's special. You yawned and stretched your arms. Today was Valentine's Day, but you couldn't care less. It was Saturday, so you didn't have school. And honestly, you were so happy. You were gonna treat yourself. You didn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend before you were transported in this shitty dating simulator. You hummed as you got out of your PJs and wore the dress Sabito gave you. You looked at the mirror and whistled. Damn, you look Mighty fine, Yin. If I could marry myself, I would have done it 100 years ago, you commented. Soon your doorbell rang. You raised an eyebrow. Who could that be? You thought. Please wait, I'm coming, you shouted, and walked to your door. As soon as you opened your door, no one was there. Is this some sort of prank? You mumbled and looked around. You let out a small sigh and was about to close your door until you noticed something on the ground. It was a box of chocolates. You picked it up. There was a note that reads, Happy Valentine's Day. I want to give you a part of me. So, here are a box of chocolates. The note reads, Who could have left this? Oh well, free chocolates. You brushed off the note. As soon as you closed the door, you opened the box, the smell of cocoa and something else filling your senses. Chocolate. You mumbled and took a piece. The chocolate melted in your mouth, but you also tasted something else. It felt like liquid. A filling, perhaps? It tasted a little salty and like metal. You didn't like it. Your body quickly reacted to the taste. You ran to the sink and puked out the chocolate. Thoughts soon started circling on your mind. Was it expired? Maybe they accidentally put salt. Maybe the chocolate just irritated the metallic taste from the pan. You didn't know how and started making excuses as to what it could be. But then one thought stuck out. A part of me. Is it blood? You froze. You slowly turned around to see the box of chocolates on the table. You grabbed it and quickly threw it in the trash. Come on, Yin. It's not like some psycho or yandere would suddenly give me chocolate with her own blood inside. It's just too extreme, you thought.